minutes to get the notification about the live and come on in. And we're just going to chit chat for a little bit. For as long as my phone will last, it is getting ready to die. So we're going to give it a minute and give everybody a chance to get the notification to come in so nothing I have to be repeated. And I hope you guys will subscribe, like, and share if you're new to the channel and you just stumbled across this. Um, Welcome. So we'll give everybody a few minutes and then we'll come back. Hopefully my phone won't die. Hi. I'm not sure who that is, but make sure you say hi in the chat so we can say hi back. Made some changes around here. Hopefully so I'm gonna give you guys a tour of the changes we've made. I'm even gonna change this. We're gonna change this, the color of it. I'm gonna lighten it just a little bit, and I'm gonna sand it down and restain it and give it a little bit of a lighter color. So there you go. I started a little early, give everybody a chance to get the notification and to come on in so we could do our live and be done with it because my phone is losing juice. And so I wanted to come on in and give everybody the notification so they could be here by 7 and they won't miss it. So I'm glad to see that you made it and that you made it on time, friend. And like I said, I made a few changes, small changes, but a few changes here in the camper. And so I'm going to do maybe a tour of the changes once I finish making a few others. But as you could tell, life just keeps kind of changing. And we've been doing an awful lot of moving here lately. And we're going to be doing some more moving soon because our time where we are here is up. So, and womp. We got a little bit of sad news. I think between me and Cedric, we just determined that we're just gonna break stuff. And so last year this time it was my foot and my leg, and he was trying to nurse me back to health. And poor thing yesterday broke his hand. So I'm doing my best to help him. So as far as his hand is concerned, it's in a soft cast now.
Hey, Doc.
For was it 2-3 weeks?
I think he said 2, but
I
we
think.
might give it about 3.
Yeah, and then we got to go see an orthopedic surgeon to see if they're going to have to do surgery or if it's healing on its own. So we cannot catch a break. I don't know if you guys saw my brief short I did yesterday. When he saw it, I saw his face and I was like, let me just delete it. He wasn't ready for the world to hear about it. So I just went ahead on and deleted it. But yep, um, poor baby, he broke his
It
hand.
really wasn't that. I just, sometimes, to be honest, since you guys are here from me, I did make a video as to what happened in the situation and how this even happened. So if you are subscribed to my channel, then you can go over and check out the video when it's uploaded. And that's all I'll say about that. But all in all,
I gotta go check that out.
I do feel better. I mean, I'm
I
just
didn't
being
even see it.
I'm just being honest. I mean, I can be transparent here and kind of hold myself accountable for this even happening. Just sometimes, and I said this in the video too, but you still gotta go watch it because
I gotta go watch
I
it.
want you guys. I walked around this place
Because
and
believe it or not, I don't even know what happened. I got out to go pay for the gas, and when I came back, he had his hand like this. And I just looked at him, and I just figured maybe he was just holding his hand. And then as the day went on, he was like, I need to go to the emergency room. I'm like, well, what's wrong? He was like, I hurt my hand. And so I need to go watch the video as well. I just didn't even bother to like go into detail. It's been hard.
I mean, it
It's
really
a little
wasn't no
stressful out
real
here.
detail. It was just stressful. You know what I'm saying? Stressful days, stressful situation. Feeling like the weight of the world is on your
Oh my
shoulders, and
goodness, it
just
is.
one thing after the next. The truck giving you issues. So,
where we're gonna stay, giving us
you
issues,
know,
trying to find
just
work,
just a
giving us
lot of different
issues.
things. And for me, that was tough. She had got out of the car. I punched the steering wheel,
That's
and
what you did. Oh my
and
goodness.
kind of, you know,
Now that's
the
a heck of
steering
a
the
punch.
steering wheel won. Let's just say that the steering wheel
Oh
won.
my goodness.
The steering wheel won.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I didn't even know
So
that.
it's okay, but you know, and I guess that's more or less the look that I made last night because I wanted to be the one that said, I know that I wouldn't have been able to be on another video with you in this, and nobody not asked,
Oh man.
you know, well, what happened, you know, and so since these people are are like our extended family, I just figured I would make a video just kind of explaining how I feel, you know what I'm saying? For those that don't even know She Said Go, you know, you might be subscribed to me or know me as the better half of Erica, but, you know,
Then what half that make me?
huh?
If you the better half, then what half of me?
You the other
ain't that
half.
ain't
you,
that some mess?
you the other half. But yeah, guys,
Oh my
or
goodness.
Doc, because I really didn't see anybody else.
It's
But
other people in there, they're just watching. So yeah. Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
you're right. You're right. You're right. I think I learned that the hard way. But you know, just dealing with a lot of life issues and stresses, you know, sometimes I don't think anybody really realizes the pressure that we feel, regardless of whatever you see on the camera or, you know, we sitting in front of the camera or not. But I made a video, and as soon as I upload it, if you're following me, then you will get the notification, and you know,
I
um,
think the hardest part about that is he was letting off some steam, I guess. I guess we could say that, safe to
yeah,
say.
yeah, yeah, I
Letting off a
guess.
little steam. But the end result of that is Setter does a lot of the heavy lifting. Like putting the stuff on the truck, the camper, packing up things. And now we'll have to kind of shelter that load as far as getting the house hitched and stuff like that. And whenever we do work for the summer, he works maintenance. So he needs two hands. So what does that
I
look
still
like?
got two hands.
He doesn't because picking up we were doing Instacart yesterday and he was trying to help me and he was obviously struggling just to pick the water up. And so am I a little concerned? Absolutely, because my husband works with his hands and now he's incapacitated for the next few weeks, and we don't even know the end result of what that's going to determine. Because remember, you guys, when I slip and fell, they said, "Oh, you just sprained your ankle. You'll be totally fine." And here I am a year later. Had to have surgery, all this kind of stuff, and so life on the road. I mean, we live in the RV. But at the same time, we still are real people with real emotions and real struggles and real things going on and trying to figure things out. And you guys heard it here, and I'm hearing it for the first time. So it's one of those things where the struggle is real no matter where you are, right? And so now what does that mean for us for the future? To be honest, I really don't know at this moment, because we really can't commit to doing anything until we know where he is as far as the x-ray is concerned after these next couple weeks, whether they're going to have to say no, you're going to have surgery because you're not going to be able to use it because he hurt his other two hands years ago, and all of that's on the same hand. So we don't know the effect of it just because.
It'll be fine.
He says that and then it's not. Just like I thought it'll be fine for my leg
But
and
I
then
mean, but you
it
knew,
it didn't.
also what pain level you were in. Also, even while they were telling you that, though, I knew that it had to been something more wrong. I mean, I've spring things, and they have looked like what yours started out as, but you know, at a certain point, you know, you were supposed to be getting better, and you wasn't getting better.
And that's
So
what I'm thinking about your hand. It's like you think at a certain point we're hoping that it starts to get better. And if it does, wonderful. But if it doesn't, there's a part two to this that now we're on hold, and it's one of those things where we just have to kind of wait and see. So I'm 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 sad that all of it even happened, because believe it or not, yesterday was supposed to be a fun day for us. We were supposed to go and kind of work touristiness down in Panama City Beach, and the day just started off wrong, and it just kept going left. And there's days like that. And so yesterday I was really frustrated. I was like, man, we cannot catch a freaking break. And so there you go. That's why my baby is in a cast. He broke his hand. And so we were
More of a
supposed
fracture.
it a
It,
fracture is a break, baby.
it's more of a fracture. To
It's
me, a fracture
fracture
is
is
a
a break.
minor crack or something. But I'ma just be because I know what I feel, So I'ma just say that I feel tremendously better than I did yesterday. And I'm not saying that it's healed or anything close to that. I'm just simply saying that what I couldn't do yesterday, I can do today, and just taking the meds and
Hold on,
staying on
Pep.
top of that, keeping the ice on it has really been helping. So, I mean, I can only pray for the best and, kind of proceed like that. I can't let it stop me because we still got to keep moving. We still got to, move the RV around.
Yeah, we were supposed to
So,
move today, but we ended up staying where we were, to just kind of give him a little time to kind of figure out how he feels, versus like the next day, let's pick this house up and go, and now you got to drive for
we literally
hours.
got everything that we own outside.
So so I was like, let's just take another couple days and figure things out, and then kind of go from there. So that's where we are right now, just trying to revamp life and see what the next couple weeks to the next few months look like, what our summer's going to look like. Personally, I'm ready to get out of Florida, but it is what it is. And so, yeah. So I kind of just wanted to, I didn't want to hold him hostage, but I rather for him tell his story than for me try to tell his story. And like you saw, he did a
she
little
didn't
clip
even
or a
know.
video. Yeah.
She didn't even
So
know.
all I knew is that we were at the emergency room,
She
and he
knew when we
texted
were
me.
dropping off the order, and I tried to pick up the water, and I was trying to hold it, like you would, and she saw that I couldn't,
Yeah,
and I
I knew
dropped it when
something
I
was.
got to the top of the stairs. To be honest with
I
you,
knew something was wrong because of the way he was holding it, and I, it is. It is what it is. I mean, I understand. I'm pretty sure he replayed the moment in his mind 1,000 times, wishing he hadn't have done it. Just like I played the moment in my head 1,000 times that if I'd have just walked the other way, then I wouldn't have got hurt. So it's one of those things of, yeah. So I just kind of wanted to come in and kind of clear the air on that, because I know a lot of you saw my my short before I took it down. Now, as far as moving forward, we're here where we are till Saturday, and then we'll be getting out of here. So tomorrow will be kind of like a packing day and trying to get things together and get ready to get out of here on Saturday morning. I hate traveling on Saturdays because it's my Sabbath, and it makes me feel like I'm working. But that's the only day they had something available that we could get there. It's been very difficult finding a place here in Florida. You have to like kind of go where it's available. You don't get the pick of the litter because people are still in winter mode. Like it's March, but they still have a chokehold on the state parks and Thousand Trail parks and stuff like that. So you have to pretty much find a place where you can get a place.
which I didn't even know you can book years in advance.
A
At
year.
a year,
Yeah,
well, a
a
year.
year.
I mean, but some people in, I guess, highly desirable places, you can book out a little bit more time, and I guess money talk. No matter where you are. I mean, you could probably buy out somebody, that was there, but I'm not. It's not that serious for us,
Well, the
because
problem is it's affordable, and
it
you have a
is,
lot of people who live on an income, and Florida lets you stay a little bit longer than
which something
parks,
else I haven't
which
seen
is
before.
some of these parks will let you stay 30 days, And at $24 a day for 30 days and you're on a fixed income, that's amazing. And you can go ahead on and book for next year and have it all sold up before it even opens to the general public, because what we learned was Florida residents were getting priced out and kicked out of the parks because people from up north were booking it so far in advance, and they started to complain to the governor that they can't even get into their parks and they live here. So they opened it up to them first to continue to keep rebooking, and then they go from there and do it like that. So there you go. I just So there you go. So a lot of the places are booked up for a year in advance because they go right in and book it again, and go right in and book it again, and then you book to all the different parks because you get 30 days or 14 days, or like the Thousand Trails, you have a lot of seasonals, and so they do all the seasonal spots, and I think those start off at like 4,000. So they book them up. So it's been proven to be somewhat difficult, but well, I think, Doc, the reason why they are not, like beating down the door to do it out west. Now, I do know they have seasonal spots with Thousand Trails out west, but you have so much BLM land. So a lot of people can just stay wherever on the BLM land. It's, I'm telling you,
But I feel what I feel what she's saying too. I mean, cause think about that though. Cause most of the state parks we stayed at out there were like what 14 days
14
max.
days.
So
Yeah.
that would be cool to stay some of the places that we have been out west for 30 days. I'm not even gonna
Yeah.
lie.
At that price. Now, you got to get it at that price.
Cause
Now,
Bottomless Lake was really good.
but that was only $14 a night. So it was a lot cheaper. In New Mexico, the state parks are $14, and you get water and electric, and they're boondocking spots, meaning the slots with that is like its own space, but it doesn't have any hookups. Those were at the time was $10.
Right.
So it's still affordable, but at the same time, there you go. So, okay, Doc, I see what you're saying. You're saying you wish that you could get access to the parks in your state versus out of state people booking them all up.
Oh, okay, yeah. That did make sense too.
Yeah.
And when the guy was telling us that, that was good information because that was something that I didn't know.
The park we're at now, the lady who runs it, the Campos, she used to be a Florida State park ranger.
This place is amazing.
Yeah, and she was also telling us that that's another reason why they a lot of the Florida residents get the first come first serve on the spots. And another thing, a lot of these parks are first come and first serve, or they do have first come first serve spots. So like in Hillsboro at the conservation parks, that would be your Lithia Springs, Edward something, there's three of them. They have bookable spots, but they also have four spots inside of the park that they don't tell you about, that's first come first serve,
Right.
and you can stay in that site as long as you want, up to 30 days. All you have to do is just come up at the end of your stay, like say we were there today, and we say, you know what, we're going to stay 10 more days, and nobody can book the spot, so you just go up there and tell them, and they're like, nice, park full, we don't have any spaces.
Yeah.
But if you leave, then whoever comes in first come first serve, they can do it. And then with them, you have to leave for like 7 days, and then you can come back. It's that kind of thing. So it's been proven to be pretty difficult to keep a place. That it's like little gold nuggets around here, and so
And I would imagine that's anywhere like south, southwest, like maybe even Georgia. Um, Probably even in the Panhandle right here where we are now, which we've never been in the Panhandle ever. I haven't even anyway. I've never been this far west of Florida in the Panhandle. But you know, I don't know. I imagine all the cities or states, lower states, past Albany or
well, I've been to Mobile, Alabama.
maybe even Mobile, where the weather is good. You got good beaches, good access to different things. Like I like Lithia Springs, but not as much as um I would say here there were a couple other ones that we saw down in the Tampa area, but we didn't stay there. But she did a video on a couple of them, and but they highly desirable places,
What I
and
like
it's
about the
hard to get
state
in there
parks
too.
is that they have their own space. Like when you pull in, you're pulling into like your designated area,
Yeah,
and your neighbor is your neighbor, but they're not like on top of you. You still
way
have
over there.
space to like set up your stuff, put your car, You got to know the good spaces, but they have some nice desirable slots and spaces where when you go to the Thousand Trails, you just one camper after another camper after another camper after another camper, and you could pretty much stand and like touch your neighbor's camper. You can hear other people talking outside because your neighbors are very very close. They just row. You're just really close because they're trying to get as many in as they can into the slot. And I get
Kind of the
it.
same
I
here
get
too.
it.
This is a city public park slash
Yes.
campground, which
Yes.
is
I've
crazy
never
because
seen
I've
that
never
before
seen
either.
those two put together. But it's nice. It's really really nice. I'm not even going. I mean,
It's
this whole
quiet.
other side over here is like recreation dream. Baseball, basketball, soccer, whatever you want to do, is plenty of field over there.
And it's
It's a
really
track.
quiet
It's
at
very
night. And
quiet.
it's on the lake.
And the lake is behind us. When we came here the other night, I knew she was gonna want to stay over by this side because
We didn't get a good space though. You can't see the lake. You got to walk down.
it was full
Oh,
though.
yeah. When we came, all the good spots that backed up to the lake were taken. But the next day, everybody was leaving. And then by Monday, just about everybody was gone. But once you get unpacked, you don't really want to start packing up all this stuff to move down three spaces. So I was like, I can see it. It's just not out my window, but I can see it.
It's nice though. I mean, with having this setup with the windows on the rear and on the side, you can lay in the bed and face this thing. But I would imagine this would work better too out west because you could face it literally on purpose on the direction of what you want to wake up and look at, or just keep the window open all night. Because in Zion, we kept the door open all night long.
That was in Page, Arizona, at that campground, Lone Rock, because it was so
Oh, around the
quiet.
corner from
Yeah,
Horseshoe Bend where
it
you
was
swore you saw
so
Jackie Chan.
it was so
Yeah,
eerie
yeah, yeah. She's
quiet.
right. That is Lone Rock. That was
The one
different.
outside of Zion was Hurricane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one we pretty much sat outside half of the night
That one was amazing.
because
That's
you
where
could
you
see
got the
the
astrophotography
yeah, you could see the
photos and
Milky Way and the whole nine, and it was really cool.
love
And
Utah.
I'm almost giving up on the fact that I don't think we're ever gonna make it out west again.
We'll get there.
My heart has been there the second we've been out there. That is where our adventures have been. Any adventures we've had in our RV journey has always been out west. We have never really had any on the East Coast at all. We've always been traveling or passing through.
I mean, we try to make some. I mean,
It's not the
we have
same.
made some good memories over here, but it's like the ones that we talk about the most are just because I like Cannon Beach
I love Cannon Beach.
and all the other beaches out Pacific Northwest, but I also love the main beaches too.
Really? Yes, I love Cannon Beach. We stayed at an RV park that
Oregon
backed
is
up to the water when we were in Newport. It was towards the end of the season, and it was a campground, an RV campground that was just literally on the beach.
even the Thousand Trails
And
are
I
different.
love it.
The Thousand Palms and Palm
Yes.
Desert that we stayed
And
in.
we could, if we went to Oregon, there is a Thousand Trails where you can literally ride your bike from there to the beach.
Yeah.
And I have loved places where you can kind of park and get out, and you don't have to get in the car to
That's
go
why we need
everywhere
an
you want to
electric
go.
bike.
And so I know he's trying to stay positive, but every adventure that we have ever taken, that we've talked about it time and time again, has never been on the East
What other way to
Coast.
stay than positive?
We had so much fun when we did
I'm
our
not
hikes.
giving up on the fact that you think
Cathedral
that
Gorge.
we are not gonna make it back out there. I think with the proper planning and the things that we've experienced that we know we need to take care of this time around, then we'll do what we need to do to get back out there. Because before, I think we were always trying to come back and see the kids and help the kids and do this and do that.
We had no plan
And
when
we
we
kind of really
ended up that
dedicated a
like
lot of
that.
time to everybody else when we should have just
Stayed where we
stayed
wanted
where
to
we
be.
were. We should have just went out west, stayed out west, and kind of forced everybody to have to come out there if they wanted to see us. That's what we should have did.
And so
I think it's
now
easier to stay out there than it is here because
it
of the BLM
it
land.
yeah it is a lot easier to survive out west. That's why people go there.
Whether you run the generator or not, like some most days, believe it or not, guys, we might juice the battery up like one day, right? We might overnight or just for a little few hours at night, charge the battery fully. We turn that off and it's just like this. You know, sometimes you don't even really want all of the
We didn't even watch TV
yeah, we
like
just sat
that. We were
outside and
outside, and I
looked
would take pictures of the night
even at
sky.
night. That's the cool part
We'd
about
walk
it.
around. We met people over here. Okay, I will say people are a lot more talkative and friendly out west. On the East Coast, everybody is pretty much minding their own business.
You think so?
Yeah, I can't think of anybody that I've really just met and we talked and kind of hung out, and I said, I'm going to remember you, other than this one couple. And that was just because we were getting ready to leave, and they had just came in, and her husband was like, you guys are leaving? And we were like, yeah, we can only get this place for one night, you know?
But they were cool though.
Yeah. And so a lot of people just kind of mind their own business. They're there what they're there for. They really don't have anything to say to you, period, point blank. Out west, oh my goodness,
But I
we
noticed a lot of
talked
those people.
to
Sorry, baby.
everybody.
I noticed a lot of those people that excuse me that she's speaking of that may be like that are from Florida. They are not from out west. Those the people who are from other states that are maybe out west type states that we've been to, they speak to you. They say hi. I mean, when I'm a little bit outside, a little bit more than she is, but there are people who go out of their way to
Hello there,
talk to you
Charles.
because of being in the campground.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
So
people walk around in the afternoon
they
and they
do.
stop and they talk to you, and you kind of get to know them and you learn their experience. They learn your experience. Everybody's kind of curious, and you're just having a good time. Here, everybody's inside. If they are outside, they ain't interested in talking to you. They even look at you funny when you walking your dog, because she's a little ham, so she hollers at everything. And people look like, control your stupid dog. They give you that look, and I'm like, she's a dog, and she's like 7 pounds.
I don't even care. It's my
It's
baby. She
it's
do what
one of
she
those
want to do.
things where you just
I don't let her just bark to be a nuisance to people, but
she can be.
she
Boy,
can be
if
if she
get
just
busy.
really wants to be. And
If she
once
see another dog, it's
Yeah.
hard to calm her down.
once I get her, if I have to pick her up or whatever I have to
Oh,
do,
I miss being
she'll
there.
stop.
I miss being
She'll
there
stop.
so much. And so my heart's there. I left my heart in Oregon and I left it out west. I've been talking about going to San Diego, to Cedric, to nausea. I've been saying I like to go out there, just inch our way out that way and be there. But I don't know. I don't know. So there you go. Oh, well, welcome. We're happy to have you. I mean, we're just talking RV talk and kind of about our lives right now and where we are, and the fact that we don't have any plan whatsoever, and it's stressful to us at this point. And there you go. Just dealing with life and the changes. So hopefully we'll have a plan soon. But as of right now, we have no plan, and our move date is Saturday.
There are stressors in the RV lifestyle.
Yeah.
Not enough to make me want to quit, but
Oh no.
not enough to make me want to quit just because I'm not where I want to be or even where Honey wants to be right now.
Which is out west.
But man, I could be in sticks and bricks and still experience issues that could be the same. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? If not worse. But yeah, no matter what we go through, no matter what the issue may have been, either whatever is with, I try to remain positive in the situation, feeding off of her, trying to remain positive in the situation. And, that works for us sometimes, especially when, it is travel day, and travel day, nobody really likes travel day.
Well, it's not that we don't like it. It's
Man,
just it's a
travel
lot that
day,
goes into it. You
travel
know,
day
it
is
starts the day
sucks.
before. And to answer that question, Doc, it was one of them was in Oregon and the other one was in Nevada, in Elko, Nevada, as a matter of fact. And Honey vetoed those. He said no. So that's what happened to those.
Working this summer. Not necessarily, no. Just we need a truck that's gonna pull all of this out there. We need the next level. It's not no, and we can't find the flattest road that would even bring us out there. You know what I'm saying? It's just I don't want to jeopardize the only vehicle that we have, mountain towing. I probably shouldn't have learned as much as I did staying up all those nights watching videos, because
Nevada wasn't all that
yeah, but
mountainous.
there are mountainous areas that we would encounter no matter what. You know what
I
I'm
know
saying?
that Nevada, Elko's the middle of nowhere. We were in Ely, and
Yes.
that was the middle of nowhere, and we were happy as heck. We had a wonderful time out there. We were always in Salt Lake City. We were at the
Now
Salt
I would
Flats.
go back there, even though
We
they didn't
went
even pay the best.
we
They didn't
went
even pay the best.
camping. We saw these free places to camp and stay.
Yes,
We had the best time out there in the desert when we were in Ely,
I agree.
Nevada. Elko is like 2 hours from there,
Yeah,
and I was excited about it because
Elko is nice.
we would have been like the managers
The
because
average
there's
person wouldn't probably even understand why we
it
like that. They would probably have been like, "Y'all crazy as all
it
double H."
we get
You know what I'm saying?
we were getting paid, and you know how when people get paid to go to Walmart, we were going to the Dollar General
Yeah.
because that was like Walmart
That
and
was all. That
Ely.
was all you had. Family Dollar and Dollar
Oh
General.
my goodness.
One to one.
We used to take picnics when my anxiety would kick in. He would take me to the lake, and we would just walk around the lake, or we'd sit on the
Now
back.
we'll say we had more of
We went to
a
Great
active
Basin.
lifestyle. You know
Yes,
what I'm
we would
saying?
just
We
get up
would
in the morning on the
definitely
day
go.
off, and he's like, "Let's just go to Great Basin." We go to Great Basin. We hike around there. We take our
We
chairs
went
and
there
sit by the
twice.
water.
Great Basin is good.
I loved our time there. I can tell you, I
Cold
can
Chrome
count
is
on
good.
like one hand how many times we were like just in the house watching TV. Because just about every evening we were at the campfire. We met a lot of friends there, so they would come over to our spot because he would make this awesome campfire. We used to host Samora
S'mores night,
night at
yeah,
our
that was cool.
campsite.
And they could have did that anywhere they wanted to. They
Yes,
chose to do
we
that at our
had
site.
so much fun, and the bar was set at that point.
Yeah.
And even when our weekends off, we take off, and people are like, "Y'all taking the house too?" We'd be like, "Yeah."
Yeah,
We
every
pack
time.
up the house and we
Every
go to
time.
Bryce and spend the weekend there. We go leave Thursday and we'd be there Friday, Saturday, come back Sunday. We went to where did we stay? We went to Bryce, we went to Kodachrome and we stayed there.
Yeah.
We had so much fun. We were staying at Antelope Island, downtown Salt Lake
And that was just
City.
while we were there on our KOA duties.
Just weekends off.
But other than that, I mean, before we got there, everything was still, I mean, just amazing. Like Joshua Tree, to say
yes.
one of one that I really
That was in
truly
San
missed.
Diego. That was close to
Um,
San Diego. We had a good time.
the Thousand Tree, the Thousand Trail, the Thousand Palms. I know I'm
That
mentioning
yes,
Thousand
that's
Trails,
in Palm Desert.
but
Like
that
Palm
place,
Desert.
that
Ooh,
particular
we
Thousand
had so
Trails,
much fun.
even if you just look it up, like it's literally 1,000 palm trees that's
They
just
they
in a
closed.
row.
No, it was apple trees. Remember, because they closed it in the summertime to harvest all the apples.
Apples?
Well, I thought it was apples.
It's palms, babe.
Well, what was it? They
They
it
were
was
harvesting the.
I thought it was whatever they do out there in the desert.
I
They
want to
close
say
it in the
these particular
summertime.
ones. grew coconuts. They grew some type of fruit
Yeah, okay,
on
let's
it
agree on that.
because they had these little like extended cranes that would go up there and they was cutting something off.
And they
Not
closed
really
the park
sure
in the summertime so
to
they could
harvest it.
harvest.
They
And it
did
was only open September till like April. And that's the
very
longest you
short
could
time.
stay. And
This
then
place is beautiful though.
it was so much fun. We
But
were in the hot tub at 9 o'clock in the morning.
but listen, 7, 8.
What?
It's about 7ish or 8. So we got up early.
We were about 10. We was in the hot tub by 10 o'clock.
We got up early one morning and I came outside. You know,
You
I didn't
think
let
it's
the
dates?
I
don't
didn't
know if
let
it was
the
dates. That's what it was?
That's it.
Okay.
Dates.
I don't
That's
know.
what it was right there. I knew it was.
I know
something.
they did some harvesting,
But I
and they
knew it wasn't
closed to
bananas
do
or
it.
coconuts or nothing like that. I just knew they was harvesting something off of it, right? But this day I come outside, it was this morning, maybe about 7:30 or 8 o'clock. You know, I'm not expecting it to be
85.
85 degrees.
By noon, it was like 100.
What?
It was 100. When you go to the state parks and they're like, if you hike past this point, do it with a friend. Because they get so hot out there and every sign is telling you to make sure you have water and that you're properly dressed for the heat. It was fun. We had such
You had to
an
pull your
adventure.
collar to swallow. You hear me?
We had such an adventure out
Oh
on the
my
West
goodness.
Coast. I'd like to go back to Death Valley. I've never been to Yosemite. I'd like to see some redwoods. There is a lot that we have not yet done.
And see,
I'd like to
would
go
like
see
to do
some
that
more
again
ghost
too. I would like
towns.
to go to Death Valley with the RV because
Yes.
we've never done that with the RV. But in order to make it to Death Valley, we would with this trailer, just not even something
We
different.
just got to drive slow.
We just gotta get another trailer. I mean, another truck. That's
Or
it.
just drive very slow.
We would not even be there long beside the road with the hood up.
I think that all
smoke
you
coming
have
out
to
from
do
up
is
under it.
just drive the true 4 hours a day, stop, and then stay a couple days, and then get
That's
on
her
up,
method,
kept
but
going.
that definitely doesn't work when
It has worked
you
for
putting the
4
truck.
or
What if
5
the 4
years.
hours is all mountainous?
Well, then, okay,
Which
so
have been.
you know
Which
what?
have been.
I'm not gonna let him do that because he told me this last trip when we came from Ohio to Florida. He said, you're done. You're done with the directions. I'm doing that now because I didn't realize we were going all Appalachian Mountains. So he told me
Listen,
he
y'all,
was gonna do it from that point.
Wherever the Appalachian Mountains start, coming down right through Tennessee, the Carolinas, and all that, we rode the ridge of it.
Oh
all
my
the way
goodness.
down.
It was white knuckling. It was horrible.
We rode the top of it.
But
all
we
the way
made it.
down.
We made it and we did great. And so I'm
Coming
convinced.
down.
I'm convinced that we'll be fine.
Coming down, we did, but
Texas is pretty flat. Louisiana's pretty flat. Mississippi, Alabama, those are where we'd be crossing. Pretty flat. Going into New Mexico, pretty flat. It's once you get on the other side of that, you just need to make sure when you're going through Arizona and into California, check your route. That's it. That's it. You're there. You're there. That's what I think. That's what I think. So these are just my
I
2
was
cents.
terrified with the condition of the suspension of this truck, which is just absolutely garbage now.
Yeah, well, I do agree with that.
It is absolutely garbage. The truck doesn't handle how it needs to in a situation like we were coming down. I mean, the wheel is just jumping all over the place, and not only that,
Oh, he did great.
we were sandwiched between 2 bullies of 18-wheelers. I know there's some great 18-wheeler drivers. I salute 18-wheeler drivers. This ain't nothing personal to any particular driver. It's just the ones that are bad. Because you got bad RV drivers too. But
That's
this
true.
is just the ones that are bad. Just bully you on the road just because they a big truck. And they just stayed right there. Like, I'm breaking off trying to let them go on. And they still just staying right there. But
Well, they trying to survive the mountain too.
well, but they got more handle than we do. They going down 80, going down to mile 80. I'm trying to remain at my 55, and I know with my Jake brake, the truck going down that grade of a mountain, this was like
6% grade.
Like 6%, 7. You know what I'm saying? In some places, it's pushing. So it was pushing from 55 to 60. So I just held it there and just let it hum all the way down. But I'm like,
I
I'm
wish
squeezing
y'all
the
could have
coffee
been in
so
the
hard
truck.
between my legs, y'all. I thought it was gonna just bust everywhere.
You should have been in the truck with us when he saw. He said, let me see your phone." So he took my phone. He looked at the directions, and he zoomed in.
What?
And he
All
said,
mountains.
"Did you look at this?"
She just go. She don't care which
I
way.
said,
It's just that's the way it said go. It's
so
like, girl.
in my defense, when we went to Ohio, we went through Tennessee.
I'll drive hours out of the way to
Kentucky,
avoid the mountains.
into Ohio. There was no mountains.
Same thing with Atlanta. Atlanta ain't mountainous, but I will not drive through downtown Atlanta.
Oh,
We'll go all out the way just to skip Atlanta.
Downtown Atlanta it's bananas. It is absolutely 110% bananas. And you, if you can, it even the outskirts get crazy. The north part of
the
it,
more populated it's
what is it,
become,
285?
Yes.
It's crazy up there too.
Yes.
So I mean, you really can't go around it and just miss it altogether. But at the same time, I still think that if we planned correctly and we weren't just trying to gun it and get there and make good time,
We never
but we
nowhere.
No, let me finish. Let me finish.
We never
I think if we are like, say, okay, Doc, we come out there to Oregon, right? I think if we sat down and we said we're going to give ourselves 2 months to get there. So our next stop is going to be here, and we're going to stay there for a few days. We're going to work, do a little Instacart, whatever, relax, and then we're going to look at the next low point, and we're just going to take all these low points because we don't have to rush to get there. We're not going there to be anywhere. We're going because that is where we're choosing to be.
She act like I'm retarded or something. The Great Continental Divide at
You
some point.
are a jerk. That's in Colorado. We're not even going that way.
The Great Continental Divide at some point runs up through that way.
Oh,
there's no way you can get over to there without hitting a mountain.
It is.
There's no
and
way.
We hit the Continental Divide the last time
the
because
side of
we came back through Colorado.
Colorado wasn't flat.
We're going low. We're not going
Nowhere
up and then over.
was flat. Even when
That's
we were
right, but we're not going through Colorado. We're not even going that way. We're going all low.
Where?
And you know what? He's arguing. He's arguing. But why would we go through Colorado to get to where we're trying to go?
But
we're not even close.
The way down there just to go up there.
Because that's where we are now, honey. We're in the Panhandle. I'm
definitely not even.
It'll just be straight over.
It was nice talking to y'all.
Whatever. It'll be straight
over.
Go
get some coffee, and I'm out of this.
Y'all will see us in Texas, and then on keep going.
I don't know why she be lying to y'all.
Okay, don't listen to him because he tell me all the time what I can't do, and then we end up doing it.
Yeah, because she I ain't even gonna go there. Wait till you not be live.
I see now I was feeling sorry for him by his little stupid hand, and now I don't, because now he just being mean.
Don't.
But anyways, that there you go, and that's RV living. People fuss, and people get mad, honey. And they storm off the live.
Disagreement.
Talking about what they ain't gonna do. And then next thing you know, we'll be sitting in New Mexico by a fire, and he'll be saying what had happened was, and y'all will be laughing at him. So
pouting, crying.
So
as she turned
mark my words, I'm gonna give him the evil eye, and all I gotta do is be quiet for a couple days, and that'll be that. We'll be in New Mexico calling you from Bottomless Lake.
We won't.
We'll be there for the next 2 weeks, bumbling around Roswell.
Definitely wouldn't do that.
And then we'll be back over the White Sands, staying at that boondocking land right outside the Air Force Base.
Never.
The Army base.
Never. I wouldn't even do that there just because I didn't enjoy it like that. I enjoyed the places we went because White Sands was a destination.
And I don't understand why they don't open up a campground at White Sands. So many people
they
would
should
stay there because it's so cool. But at the same time, just like 6 or 7 miles up the street from there is, guess what? Boondocking land. There you go. So it works. And so I listen to him, but not really.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
I take into consideration
y'all hear this. It's
what
being
he's
documented.
saying.
This video will be uploaded.
But I say
we'll go back and replay it. So when she say, I listen to my man, honey.
I do. I hear everything he just said.
Right here.
I heard everything he said.
I'm gonna say, look,
that don't mean that's law.
You don't listen to me at all.
I said, didn't I say I hear him?
At all.
I hear everything he tell me because
she heard it, but
because he forever telling me what I can't do. That's why I had to ignore him. Because if I listened to him, he would veto everything. He would tell me I can't do nothing. You can't do that. We can't go there. You can't have that. We can't put that in there. And I had to show him better. I could tell him, honey. Because if I listen to Cedric
for over these many years, if I told her
because he ended up giving in, because and then he have a good time, and then he be like, "Baby, you was right."
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. No, I do not.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's back up and let's look at the history books, right? When we went to Nevada, do you think that's where he wanted to go? No. He went kicking and screaming. But he had a wonderful time.
But that was my first time. Come on, anybody who never that was my first time.
A lot of stuff we do is the first time.
Anybody who's lived their life on a normal 9-to-5 basis, going to work, paying bills, picking up the kids from school, whatever it is you gotta do, to living in an RV talking about you don't know where you going.
That's it.
Anybody would be like that.
That's the adventure, okay?
First of all, my thing is, see,
you know what
this is my coffee. So, this is all I'm saying, y'all.
He frustrated.
I'm not frustrated at all.
Yes, he is. Now he trying to get the word in, but my point.
Don't let her delete it. Right.
Listen to me, y'all. Listen to me, y'all. You heard what he just said. He didn't want to go. But now he said, best time ever. When we went to Oregon, he didn't want to go to Oregon. Now he say, best time ever.
But everybody...
I can't listen to that because he don't know what he don't know.
Exactly.
And so I have to say, let's just do it.
People don't know what they will like, and I've even said that in a couple times in my videos.
That's why we had to go.
That's not
I can't go by what he's saying. He say no to everything because he don't know.
So I'm gonna let y'all.
Well, whatever. That's how I usually work, honey. You get mad, and then you leave. The point is, if I just take in consideration what he's saying, because
I'm the type of person that likes to make sense of a situation.
I don't need to make sense.
And well,
I just said let's go. Different. I said let's just go.
And I'm not finna let you drag me anywhere knowing we got 5 lugs. We got 5 lugs on the truck. As long as 2 holding them, she still want to go.
I think we're doing good.
All we got to do is just go slow, baby.
If the 2 been holding it for 5 years, why would I think any different? Why would I think all of a sudden they can't hold it? See, I can't listen to him. I heard him. Baby, I heard it. And we just going to be cautious, but we still going. That's how it works. So stay tuned, y'all, because you never know where we might end up.
On the side of the road. Broke the fuck down. Okay, you guys.
Okay, you guys. He's such a jerk. He is such a jerk. And that's why I'm the adventurous one.
But I won't say that I don't enjoy it.
I'm the adventurous one.
She's not. I'm adventurous.
I'm the one that's we don't need a plan. Let's just go and we'll spend the night at the rest stop.
Okay, but I was with that the last couple of times.
Yes, but what was the conversation before when I said stuff
fine,
like that. He
I'm
looked at
just
me like
saying,
I
though, but
needed
that
to be
was fun.
put away in an
But that
insane
was before. She
asylum.
talking about a before and an after thing, right? Before I wasn't with that because I was like, we need to be headed to a destination. I don't want to be sitting here
Okay.
at the RV, you know, in a parking
Can
lot.
I tell you he is
But
proving
now,
my point?
but I'm just saying
He's
now I
proving what
know
I'm
more.
saying.
But I know more.
But he's proving my
I know
point.
more, but I know that
if I listened to him,
I know that I
we
can
would
still
never
use
did
my
it.
bathroom and I can still cook.
That's true.
I know I can turn
That's
my
true.
heater on now.
Yeah,
Before
yeah.
I didn't know that.
No.
I didn't know that.
And
I was
if I
like,
listened to him now, then we wouldn't do it. Just like before that.
boy, you ain't know how to turn the heater on. Then. You froze just like me.
Now, he cool with it. So that's why you have to just do it. Because if you waited, the naysayers would say nay. And so you have to say, you know what?
I've always 100%
let me just
been
go
on
ahead and
board
do this.
with you with this.
Then why you getting off board? Stay on board.
I am on board.
Stay on
still
board.
doing it.
Because you talking about we going to be broke down on the side of the road.
Yeah, but I'm just saying I know my limitations. I know
You can fix
I know
it.
my vehicle limitations.
But you can fix it.
Not at 300,000 miles. You know what I'm saying? That's
all
not
we
fixing.
need is a new pole.
A new engine, transmission for sure.
You know what?
Because it's coughing every day.
I think we'll be all right.
We barely made it right here.
That is so not true. That's not true.
That's not true.
We were game hit like butter. Other than almost hitting that deer, we did great.
The deer was like
he was in the dark and
the
he stood in the road
coming here.
and he didn't even move. He was like waiting for us to stop so he can decide whether he was gonna move.
This was a great way though. I will say that this was a really
great way. And so when we go the next 4 or 5 hours, we're gonna go another great way until we get to where we want to be. And that's what he doesn't understand, people. So subscribe, hit that notification button. Our motto is you never know.
On the side.
You never know where we're going to end up. That's the motto.
You never know.
Doc, come on now. Don't give in to him. Talking about she think a lot like you, so she's zipping it up. No, seriously. I think how can you have adventures if you're afraid to do anything?
It's a difference in adventures and just crazy, right?
Well, I'll be both.
I can be adventurous, but I can think about how I'm gonna get to my adventure, right? Like we were being adventurous, right?
Hold on, wait,
no, hold on, let me pan over here.
I'm gonna just turn around and find a good route, and we just gonna put this theory to the test.
Put it to the test.
All right, then. So what, baby? Say it. Would you like to tell them here or in New Mexico?
We were never. We were being. You see, she's trying to make me cuss on camera.
He already did. He on the side of the road.
Broke up. Down. Stop! Stop it. Nah.
You have to laugh or you will cry.
Now, we were being adventurous. I don't know where we were. I forgot where we were coming. But we took this mountainous road everywhere we went. Now, I will say it was when we were trying to find, I don't forgot where we were going, but we were trying to find this place you had found. I don't know what it was. But all I know is we was going, we pulled off to the side, right?
Oh, boondocking spot over there by the staircase in the Arizona desert.
Was it there?
Yes.
Because I think we were
Come on that bumpy road where we went about 7 miles and we had to turn around.
And then we had to turn around. We done went all the way up. Still didn't find the place.
It was like 5 more miles up the road.
The road is only big enough. The road is only big enough just for the RV. That's it. And the truck.
And when we turned around,
no 10-point turning around with the RV.
When we got back up to the top, boy, everything. Sugar, flour. He went back there. He said, you don't even want to see it.
Jelly all on the floor. I mean, it was bad, but
everything shook loose and shook apart.
We had no business
But it was fun.
We had no business back there off of the beaten path like that.
It
but
was
these are the
fun,
type
though.
of places that she likes to go.
It
Now,
is.
if we had disconnected trailer, which that was my idea. No, I don't want to do that.
I
Let's
said, no way
disconnect
we
the
get all the
trailer.
way back there.
There
We
was
gotta
a
come all
wide
the way
place
back
where
up.
you at the bottom where you could change your mind, right? I said, let's just drop the trailer here, take the truck, go see, and then come back. But she figured, you know, let's just take it. You
We
know,
get
why?
down there.
Why
Down
do
there,
all that when we
girl.
can just take it? So I took the trailer, and to my
Hey,
man,
baby.
listen, I done been put in more situations with her with this thing than you guys seen on camera. The camera not rolling 24/7 on our live like that. But if it was, you will see that her mind changes like that.
And we could do
Pio
that.
Pico, California. It's not that we could do that.
We
Pio
can't.
Pico,
We did.
California. We did because
I plan somewhat, but I don't plan to death.
So no, maybe not. But that's not what I'm saying. But Pio Pico, I backed this trailer for the first time. I'm still a newbie at this point because we hadn't
Pio
even.
Pico.
Yeah, remember up on the mountain?
No, it was that crazy name place. Pio Pico
No,
was the
Pio
one where all
Pico-
them people were coming across the border at night.
with the coyotes
Yeah,
that was terrorizing
you were talking about
place.
the other place that's
Across
on the
from it.
other side of San Diego, up on top of that mountain. I can't think of it. It had a weird name to
I
it.
think it was 1,000 trails. So
It was 1,000
It
trails.
was the worst.
But Pio Pico is where we went after that.
But
Yeah.
it's 1,000 trails there too.
Yes.
But this place was
Boy, he backed that thing in like
man,
a pro.
This thing was tight. Just
And
the
I
1,000
said-
trails way.
I don't want that one.
I was so pissed. I was so pissed because it took me. I mean, these people watching me do this. I don't really have no real skill backing the RV up.
He's lying.
Besi-
He's lying.
At that time,
He's lying.
I'm always
He's
lying.
lying.
At that time,
He's
I had
lying.
no skills of backing
People
the
watch
RV
him
up like that.
And come out the car and say, "Boy, you back that thing up like a pro."
Yeah, they say that now because
No.
I do it
What?
on purpose.
That's-
we don't. She
he's
say,
full
"Baby,
of
do
it.
you want me to get out?" I
He's
say
full
no.
of it.
When
Because
y'all
we,
see
when
her
we
on the
went camping
videos
in
getting out,
Tennessee,
it's because she wants to get out and
because he
film.
tells me, "Baby, where you want me to drop this thing?" So I tell him, and he put it right there at my feet.
Now,
He's lying because
Now.
when we went to
not
Tennessee,
when we were
when
on,
we
not
first
when
got
we
that
were
camper.
in Patagonia,
Baby,
not
come
when we were in
on.
Patagonia, not
That's
when we
one
were first,
time.
our first
That's one
years. What
time.
I'm speaking of though.
when we were in Tennessee and we took the thing out for the first time camping, you put it in that spot
So
like
she
a
didn't
pro.
let me finish. I was saying
He's
I
full
don't
of
have
it.
any. At the time,
He full of
like
it.
I was about to
He
say,
can do it.
that I didn't have any real skill backing the thing up like that. Besides when she went in Walmart and we went to Cedars of Lebanon and I was outside trying to back it up. Then that's how I got that. From the time that we got it stuck in her friend's yard.
Well, that was mud.
Before that, it
That
don't
wasn't
matter
even
though,
backing
but I'm
it
just
up. That was
saying-
mud.
But I'm just saying, we pulled it in when I should have backed it in, and I couldn't do that at the time because I didn't know how to do that. So we pulled it in, thought that we was gonna turn it around in her tight yard, and then it got stuck. The truck got stuck. We just left the RV where it was. But we picked it up again later on, and then just pulled it out when it was time to go. But it sat there in that spot until it was time to go. Now, this is my first time ever pulling it out of her friend's driveway, bent the nose jack, right?
Because it wasn't all the way up, and her driveway had a terrible dip.
But
But that
rookie
wasn't his
mistake,
fault.
It
It
was
wasn't
because
his
now
fault.
I know to hit it at an angle, right? Because we've had it all the way up on this trailer. This trailer sit way higher than any unit we've ever had. But at the same time, we've still bottomed out on some places. You know what I'm saying? And
I must have not been there.
we just did it when we came out of that one store a little bit up down south. You know what I'm saying? When we came out off the hill,
Put a little
Straight-
whipped cream in there.
straight down. But all I'm saying is, where's the whipped cream?
In the fridge.
You got whipped cream?
It's
I
the
thought it was the cold.
it's the
foam.
cold foam.
Oh my goodness.
It's not my coffee, but I still would like to have a little cold.
Controlling the
foam.
coffee too. That ain't even yours. Here. Oh my goodness. But
Glad I got some
oh
more.
my God. Yeah, it's yours. You can have it. But
Try it. It is delicious. You say that, and then you'll be cold foaming your coffee. See, I can't even go by him with the coffee. I have to tell him to try it.
It's cold at the top. I like
Yes,
mine hot.
but that's not the point. Is he like it though? He
It's
didn't
not
think he
bad.
liked it, and then he tried it, and then he liked it. So
But
that's why I
listen,
can't go by what he don't want.
listen, y'all. Hey, I'm not going.
He
I'm
is.
not. I'm not listening to what
Let the
she's
wind
saying.
blow the right way. He'll go.
The wind could blow whatever way it want to blow.
It's okay. We'll see. You never know where we might end up.
That's true.
So
That's true because we ended up in
some fun places,
a lot of
doing
places.
some fun things, and he's got the T-shirt to prove it. He's so sick of me, but he know I'm telling the truth. But anyway, we want to thank y'all for watching us.
No, I appreciate y'all for real because, I mean, since we've really been doing the YouTube thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't really think I
Hey,
would like
baby.
even doing it. And I'm still not as myself on camera as I am sometimes with her on the live, like now. But that's what we just like being silly or whatever on purpose.
Do y'all
But when
believe
we,
that? Because when
no,
we
I'm saying
first
we had
started
great
this
times.
live,
Don't get
he
me wrong.
said, "Do I have to say anything?" I said, "No." He said, "I don't have to stay the whole time, do I?" I said, "No."
I get the
He done talked and he stayed to the end. Y'all, that's why I can't be listening to him. I try to. That's why I take what he's saying into consideration. But I know my man. It's been 21 years. I know him. I know him. And we're going to have a good time. I don't know what we're going to do yet. I don't know where we're going to go. Is our life stressful? As a mug. But we doing it. And if we can do it, you can do it. And so
have to be stressful. I
it
think
don't
it's
have
just,
to be stressful,
you
but
gotta
it
have
is.
fun no matter where you are.
He's
Like
back.
even though we here at whatever this place is called, this place is pretty cool.
And he didn't want to come here either.
I didn't want to come here,
See?
but
Oh,
when
you just keep proving my point.
but when you left with, did you not listen to what she was saying? What we gonna do? Make somebody let us stay in their part? You know what I'm saying? When you left with no choices, you listen to. See, I like enthusiasm with people, right? I like to listen to how people, because she talked to this lady on speakerphone about this place. The lady sounded so enthusiastic about this place that I was like, dang, it can't be true for, for $20 a night. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking like how she say other people thought. It must be a dump. But because it's cheap, don't let that fool you at all. This place is beautiful. Even just the next day.
And the people who run it are
Very
very
nice.
kind. They are very
They are
kind,
very nice.
people.
Good people. Really, really, truly good people. So I like the experience of that, even though the situation's stressful, the stress of whatever it is that life brings you, you know what I'm saying? And I got hurt in the situation, but it's mostly my fault. But other than that, no matter what situation we placed in, I always set out to try to have a good day. I never even made or uploaded my video yet telling you guys that I dropped the trailer off the truck, and I'm so glad that she didn't say that.
I wasn't going to,
but I dropped the trailer off the truck.
And it wasn't even his fault. It was a stressful morning. A lot had just transpired. We were trying to get things done very, very, very last minute. I was talking to him because I was stressed about where we were going to go because we were getting the camper out of storage. And he missed a step that had I not been talking to him and talking to him about it and him trying to comfort me, he wouldn't have missed. So it wasn't his fault. Rookie mistake, 110%. But those are not, and like I told him, in the 5 years we've been doing this, you have never made mistakes like that. So you're entitled to forget something. We then realized the importance of our checklist and our steps, that we can't take it for granted, even though we're having a stressful morning. One pen.
I missed one pen. And it like to been catastrophic. See, but God good. See, I try to take what she took. That's why I say I try to feed off of whatever good that I could find out of the situation. I was absolutely pissed at myself the whole entire day. I was upset with myself. I couldn't leave the fact that I dropped the trailer off the truck alone. And she just kept reassuring me that, like she said, in 5 years, you allowed to make
you know, one mistake. You know what I'm saying? So I made that mistake,
And
and
then,
I
like
don't
I
think
said, it
I'll ever
wasn't
do
his
that
fault.
again.
It wasn't his fault. It was you guys, we come on here and we share 10% of our life. You have to know that, right? And from that ten
So you
percent,
ain't know about that.
yeah, from 10%, you feel like you know us, right? But there is so much that happens behind the scenes in our day to day life with just family and children and us and situations that come up, that life sometimes is very high stress. We are not RVers. Like we're not doing this as novelists that just tour around from place to place to place to place doing all kind of stuff. Like you see some people that every time they coming on, they're doing some kind of adventures. This is our life, and we happen to live in an RV full time. So when we do our since have become pretty popular, my day in the life videos, people say, well, what do you guys do, your real life? And I've started doing that. People enjoy that, but there are some days when life just gets the best of you and things don't work out like you need it to. And there are people waiting in the wings to say, maybe y'all should give up that RV nonsense. You don't have enough money to do this. You can't find this. Y'all can't do this. Look at you. You're hurt. Now he's hurt. How are you going to work? How are you going to make it? And they're always questioning your decisions. And you feel like you owe people an answer because you don't know who's going to help you, who's not. And then finally you have to say, it's none of your business. We'll figure it out.
I ain't asking for none.
And
I'm
if
not prideful or bashful, but I'm not asking for any. I'm taking care of anything that I can that's in my power to. And I feel like if people want to help, then the hell with all the questions. Just help me. Because when people need help, I don't question them about why. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to help you. And if I need help, if you don't be there to help me when I need the help, it ain't reciprocated the same way, then guess what? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I cut you off. You feel me? I can still deal with you, but just from a longer distance. You know what I'm
I just
saying?
don't, we just stopped telling people what's going on. And we just decided that we'll deal with it. And sometimes we don't deal with it properly. Sometimes we struggle with how we deal with it. But we're human beings. And so life is what it is sometimes, right? It is what it is. And so here it is. You guys are getting a little snippet into our life. And some days we're laughing and we're joking and we're trying to figure it out. And some days it's seriousness, some days it's fun, some days it's traveling, and some days you're just laughing and joking to keep from crying. And so it is what it is. And so far neither one of us have decided that this is enough. Have you decided that? You just haven't told me that, Arvine, you've had enough? I need to know.
Never.
Oh,
This is, to me, it's something that I wish that we would have been. So I'm not gonna say
what's
that
about Pepper Girl?
it's enough. You know what I'm saying? People who live this
It's
way
okay.
are some of the coolest, kindest people that I've met. And I don't think that I'll be ready to give that up. You know what I'm saying? So that's the problem, I think, for me, is that I don't have to tell everybody, what my struggles are when doing this. You know what I'm saying? If I was living in sticks and bricks, I wouldn't tell you what my
What did
struggle
she
was
see?
doing that either.
She sees something.
But that's how some people are. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to give you an answer without giving you a solution to the problem that you're having. So
But it is what it is. We enjoy life here in the RV, and we're taking it one day at
hold
a
on, let me
time.
block this person because this person think that they are a comedian. How do you block this person?
Hide from channel. There you go.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't worry about it. But I just wanted to say thank you guys for all of you that are new, that chose to subscribe, all of those that came and hung out for the
It's
duration
not an
of
arm either.
it.
God, it's a hand.
uh, baby,
Sister, brother, don't worry about what other people think. Trust and believe.
you in the camera.
I'm trying to see. I used to
Yeah,
be
I know.
homeless, no RV, no tent, no nothing. Trust. No. Guess what?
when we first got our blessing on the RV, right? Somebody blessed us with basically the RV.
The second one.
So the second one. So when we got back to the campground, there was this guy that was across from us that really didn't have everything that everybody else had. Whether it was an RV, a pop up, a van, whatever, right? But he had somewhat of a vehicle. He had somewhat of a tent. He had a dog, and that really was all he had. But inside of whatever he had right there, I don't know. All I know is he was struggling, and he had a very, I want to say, down to earth type of, character, where he just came outside and just started talking to me,
Well, first he was extremely bitter.
He was very bitter.
And I said something to him. I said, have
She
a
had
blessed
just
day
came
or
home from
something.
church that
I
day.
asked him to have a blessed day, and he said there's nothing blessed about it or something like that. And somebody had gave me a $50 gift card at church to Publix, and I gave it to him, and he started to cry. He was like, he needed food, he needed, this and that, and he felt like everybody had turned their back on him. And I was like, no, brother, here. He was like, well, what made you give it to me? And I'm like, why not? I've been blessed. People have blessed me. Why not? And he had left for some time, and all his stuff got flooded out, and they repoed his car.
That's
and
really
put it in the pound.
that was really what I was getting at.
Yeah.
Nobody really looked at him the same as they looked at us with the RV. Or anybody else. The Rangers didn't treat him the same way. Other people didn't treat him the same way, right? But we talked to him like we talked to anybody in any campground, right? But he was curious as to how did God bless us with this RV, you know what I'm saying? And how were we so loving and whatever, whatever he thought we were, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't really know, besides what he tell me that he thought we were. A little bit while later on, we went and trade, because he saw us with two RVs. He saw us with the one we had at first, and then he saw us leave and come back. Now we got a different RV. And she had left, and she went to church. I'm checking it out, letting it on and out. And so I had told him, I said, man, he was like, man, that's a really nice RV. And I'm like, yeah, God just blessed me with it like that. And so he was like, the MFer didn't bless me and something. So I was like, wow, I wasn't expecting them to say that. But, I walked over and kind of started talking to him. And she had this little cast iron set that maybe you guys seen in our prior videos out west in Joshua Tree.
We were having fun.
She was cooking over an open fire. And she ended up, giving this set to him. So that was kind of what started us to kind of conversating. And then she told him, that she would pray for him, and he wanted more information, about what we were doing as far as work camping and the lifestyle. So we gave him a lot of information. Long story short, he told us that day that it was going to flood. He was like, it's going to be a really bad storm. You might want to pull that awning in. So I let the awning in. Well, she had a gift for him that night, right? But he never came home because at the time we didn't know the Ranger had him pulled over and locked up.
Yeah, Reston put his car in the pound, took his dog and put it in the pound, and it was heartbreaking for that guy. And when he came out and he saw, and they didn't even bother to get the man's stuff up. They let it flood, and he got out and he was in tears. He said, they took my dog, they impounded my car. And I said, well, brother, how much is it going to cost to get your car out? He said, I don't know. I don't know. Everything's gone. I'm trying to get my dog back. And I said, is it okay if I pray for you? And he said, yes. And I prayed for him, and the Holy Spirit said, give the man $200. So I went in the house and I got it. And I said, I hope this helps you, be able to get back on your feet. And he looked at it and he stopped crying and he said, is this for me? I said, yeah, everybody needs a little help. Sure. And he said that is exactly what he needed to get his car out of the pound. And his brother came to the site and was appalled that that's how he was living. He was like, well, my goodness, you're living in this tent. And his brother took him home and gave him a place, and they went and got his dog. And that man came back And he was like, I want to thank y'all. He was like, y'all changed my life. He was like, y'all changed my life. And I
Ain't
gave him a
Destiny?
book. I gave him a book and I said, I want you to start reading this. It was a little devotional. And he said, me and my brother started reading this book together and he's going to help me get a job and get on my feet. And he's like, can I give you a hug? And I was like, absolutely. I'm a hugger. So I was like,
The
absolutely.
people who look down on him,
And
because
so,
I want to make a bigger point out of this. The people who look down on him looked at him so excited to hug her the way he approached us, because we weren't in that same site. We were only a couple of sites down, and he went searching the park for us.
yeah.
And when he found us, he was very excited, you know. And all I'm saying is, you know, you never know what people going through, you know what I'm saying? And you could talk people off the ledge. You could be a friend or like family to them. You can encourage somebody. You know, people going through all type of different things. He didn't have to be in solitude, which is what she said to him. You know, like, where's your family? Where's, you know, this, thing, the other. But whatever he said at that time was how
He
he
said
felt
it was easier for him to go through this by
by himself.
himself than to tell his family, and they look at him like a failure.
Right.
And his brother didn't think of him like that at all. He was like, you should have called us sooner. And the problem was the ranger knew him from years ago and deemed him a troublemaker. And as soon as he saw him and could catch him, he did it out of spite. You know, he was kind of waiting for him, and he's like, I knew he was a troublemaker. You know, we want to get him out of here. You know, blah blah blah.
It's like, wow,
And so,
you is nothing like what
yeah,
you're saying. You
and
know?
so the guy was a little rough around the edges, but kindness is always an option.
I mean, when people treat you a certain way, though, without knowing, respectfully, I would be the same way. You don't know me, you know what I'm saying? Give me opportunity before you just bash me, you feel me? I thought he was tripping at first when he kept saying how everybody was, you know, I was just thinking maybe it's just, you know. But as I stood there and just listened to him talk while he was talking, I see the ranger ride by. He kind of giving that look. And then but he spoke to me.
What you see outside? She
But he
sees
spoke
something
to
in the
me,
window.
and so I was like, "Yeah, that was kind of weird." And
Look and
then
see what she see outside, cause she is
the
not
window
letting it go.
is blocked.
But
She
she's
said,
not letting it go. She sees something.
"Go
That's
here
our
so you
little.
don't have to
That's
see
our
it."
little alarm system. So she don't just bark for nothing. She sees something. She sees something. But
Sit there.
that's just our little story of how choosing kindness is always an option. You can always be nice to people. Now, you don't always, I mean, every situation don't cause for you to dig in your wallet, but you can dig in your heart, you know, and treat people like human beings. And I think a lot of times when you watch people on YouTube and it look like, oh, they live in that lifestyle, they must have some money. We have been in some parks where people, this is all they can do to survive. Okay, this is life, and this is
Amen.
the only roof they can afford, and they just trying to get by, you know. And it becomes a community, and you
We've
really
experienced
do.
that a lot in the parks too. Like people who were sleeping in tents, literally was just trying to
Amen,
survive from
Tim.
day to day. You know what I'm saying? Some people that knew that they were living looked at them a certain way. We never treated anybody any kind of way. Like Erica even got these people really the ability to stay at a KOA longer than they let people stay because they had kids. You know what I'm saying? Because she had a heart for them. Because, you know, you could easily, if you got the power to do something, you could easily do it. But, you know, she didn't say, oh, no, I can't do that. Your days here is only 14 days, you know what I'm saying? And that's it. But because she discussed and said it with love to the owner let the people stay because of her. You see what I'm saying? So you have to do whatever you can to kind of help people because people done did that for us. You know, even leaving out of Colorado when we met Jesse and them.
Babe, see what she fussing
She
about.
hears
She
something out the
exactly. She's not gonna keep doing that for nothing. So I guess we'll just end this live by saying this. What Paul said. I think Paul said it best. And so and so were and so were some of you. That's what Paul said. And so were some of you. Meaning that you're not like that now, but you were once before. So have compassion for those around you. Help when you can. Be nice when you can. Be loving when you can, because you never know what people are going through. So thank you so much for watching this live, y'all. Thank you for having compassion on poor Sad, who broke his hand and screwed up our summer for working.
I don't know what she talking about. I'm still here.
But we're just so thankful that
I'm
you guys.
still gonna do.
Pepper, stop. But we just wanted to say we love you guys. We just want to say thank you so much for.
I really appreciate that comment. Thank you.
Yeah, I just want to thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us and being a part of our lives and a part of our afternoon. And we we don't get a chance to do lives together very often. So consider this a treat that you got a chance to see Senior Cedric on the thing today. And I got another day in the life video that's gonna come out probably maybe Sunday. So be looking for that then. I'm working on these reels. I just feel like my life is so boring. Destiny told me to quit saying that. Your life is not
I
boring.
appreciate
Your
that.
life is not boring. It is.
We think so.
It
when
is.
People want to see the day in the life. I
I
think
feel like that is
those
so
videos
boring.
probably are longer. You know, for some people, I don't have the editing skills to kind of make it, you know, a series or anything like that. But we can do the
Thank
day
you,
in our life
Destiny.
type
Thank
deal.
you, Doc. So
I've
well, I've
tried
been
one of
working
that.
on it. I've been working on it. So I did do cooking with me, make dinner with me tonight. I'm trying to come up with some ideas and keep things flowing. My reels, hit and miss. They take more work than the video. I'm gonna be honest, but I'll figure something out and I will get something out to you guys.
Make sure y'all look out for that video of me talking about what happened to my hand. If you missed the beginning of this video, you can semi go back and find out what we said about the situation.
And stay tuned because the situation is not over. We still have to live through this and see what it comes. We're hoping that it will heal on its own and surgery is not the next step, but we won't know for another couple weeks.
I feel
So-
like it will, but that's just me, and I'm just only going off of how it feels right now. And
Which he's
what
extremely doped up
what
right now. He's got like
I'm only on 4 ibuprofen.
1,600. That's 800 milligrams. Okay.
That ain't doped up.
He's on that I don't want to feel it thing. So I
It
seen
is.
what's his
We
name.
got
He
neighbors.
probably walked down here.
No, we got neighbors. They making a fire outside.
Oh, okay. Well, we love you guys. I hope that you will.
I just got from work. I
Subscribe.
will definitely go back to you.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you, all of you. Some of you have been riding with us for years, and we do this for you. Would we love to have 10, 12, 15,000 subscribers? Absolutely. But we are so grateful for you guys that have been with us
I
throughout
think
these
even
years.
if we did have that many, we would still probably acknowledge you guys a little
Because
bit
you
more.
come and
Because
you
you've been
you
like
comment,
day one. You know
and
what I'm
it's like
saying?
texting friends. I look forward to hearing your comments and just holla back. You
She's
know,
like,
so.
you know, Doc said, and I'm like, really? She's so crazy.
Then he got to go in there and add his little 2 cents. So
You know, Disney said.
it is. So thank you guys. I'm trying to end this live. You done, baby? Because I know we've been on here quite some time.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Are we?
We done.
Are we done, you guys?
Yes, but stay tuned because you never know where we're going to end up. It could be New Mexico. Bye for now.